Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be, and welcome to my 5th video on book marketing, in particular marketing of my book. In this video, I will discuss the concept of camp, because I know that my novel is somehow campy. It's satirical, so how can it not be a little bit campy? But I'm not entirely sure that I understand what camp is. So I consulted an expert on camp, Natalie Wynn. She is way cooler than I will ever be. She started making YouTube videos several years ago as she transitioned from being a rather manly philosophy person, professor or even, to an ex-academic transgender woman to becoming a woman. It's been a fascinating journey to watch, and she has really wonderful insights on matters of politics, philosophy, and gender and culture. I recommend her videos highly. And if I ever manage to get her to read my novel, I will be very happy. Apparently, there are two kinds of camp, the self-aware kind and the naive kind, and I'm not sure which of these categories I fall into. While I was writing my books, I wasn't fully aware that they were campy, but after looking at them with some distance, I can see the camp. I think that would put them squarely in the category of naive camp. I mean, I was educated as a physicist, so how can I not be naive about these things? This is an important distinction because self-aware camp is often cowardly and offensive, as when a hipster deliberately wears ugly clothes in an attempt to be cool. Naive camp is more authentic and interesting, but it often involves some disgust with the author, or at least you're making fun of the author. So if I want my camp to fly, I need people to sort of love-hate me for being so stupid and naive to create such a weird book. Ironically enough, that is how I feel about my book, so I'm certain that it qualifies as naive camp. When I wrote it, I was just sort of letting it flow from my crazy inner child and not thinking very hard about the effects my words would have on anyone but myself. They say that an author should write to please herself, but this isn't going to convince anyone else that the book is worthwhile. That is where marketing comes in. I've perhaps made a mistake by casting aside my 20 years of physics training and diving into the pool of unknown authors. After all, I'm not just another teenager doing her first NaNoWriMo. I'm not grape juice spilled on the factory floor. I'm a fine port wine that has been aged for 20 years. Strong stuff, highly intoxicating, but not for everyone. If I want my fiction to be read, I guess I need to be famous first. And since I do not have the YouTube skills of Miss Natalie Wynn, I will try to make myself famous as a pop scientist? Ugh, what a detestable lot. Especially the YouTube pop scientists. How embarrassing. Is this reaction authentic? Or am I being like a really lame Hipster. I don't know. On the other hand, I'm not sure if people can handle my brand of popular science, because I tend to just dig and keep digging in a language that scientists have often trained themselves to forget. I'm a sort of apostatic or heretical pop scientist, so maybe that can work. The problem is that people are mentally overloaded and have no spare capacity for independent thought in most cases. The internet is where they come to gather opinions like so many Easter eggs. They don't want to dig a hole to China. Well, I encourage you to click on the link below to my blog entry because it has some links to Natalie Wynn's videos on camp and a link to some classic camp. If you don't know anything about the movie Zardaj from 1974, you are really missing out. I'm not actually sure if Zardaj was camp. I think it may have been a very serious film that just went way over the top. And that is sort of what I tried to do in my novel. I wanted to express serious ideas, but go way too far with them, stretching them into absurdity and trying to make them funny even. I hope you take a look, and thank you for watching. Until next time.